Yes, people, and welcome back to the What's Going On podcast. Welcome back to Normski TV, doing another What's Going On podcast. If you're new, please hit the like button, subscribe and share on the road to 300. I'm still on 252, guys. Come on, send it around to as many people as you can. Hit that like button, smash that like button, slap that like button, whatever you do, because, you know, we want to grow this this community, and just like to welcome everyone that's going to be tuning in at the moment. I can't see anybody yet, but I'm hoping somebody will click on and we'll be ready to go. I've got two distinguished guests in the green room, just waiting for Chili to come on. He's going to be running about 10 minutes late. We're hoping that Mr. David Tickle from Dubai will join us. He's been sending a few texts of them, some excuses. He was calling out Klopp yet again, sending messages via me, and I'm passing them on to Kofi. There's a little bit of a showdown to happen on this What's Going On podcast, but we are going to be talking all things football, the Champions League, big, massive North London derby tomorrow. Tonight, Man City play Wolves away. Hopefully, they will get the job done, because, you know, I don't want Liverpool getting the quad. You know, it goes. Also, we're going to be looking at some of the themes that we're going to be looking at today. Klopp signing a new deal. Will Mane and Salah put pen to paper? Who will jump or fall at the last hurdle? Liverpool, City, Arsenal or Spurs? Where will the Pog end up as he runs down his contract this season? City, PSG or Madrid, amongst other clubs? Or can Frank, the last one, can Frank do the great escape with Leeds and Burnley having squeaky bum time? A famous phrase from Mr. Alex Ferguson. But listen, without further ado, I am going to bring in Mr. Big D and Mr. Kofi Klopp. Welcome to the show, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, Norms.
Yeah,
not
good.
Bad, not bad, yeah.
And I'll start off first. Obviously, we do Big D. How was your weekend? How's your week so far been?
Yeah, the weekend was good. The week so far, not so much, but I can't even dwell on that, you know, because sometimes, you know, that can weigh you down. But I had a great weekend, just catching up with some family and doing some bits and bobs. So, yeah, it was good. It was good. But this week didn't start so well. But we move, as they say, we move.
Yeah. But I say much appreciated. I know it takes a lot of commitment and, you know, effort to come on the show, but I really appreciate your support.
It's all good,
and you've been there. Mr. Kofi Klopp, how you doing?
Yeah, bro, I'm good. You know, it's been a good week so far, and you know, can't complain. You know, had a good win yesterday, so yeah, we keep moving.
Yeah, that John Moss guy, bro. How on earth is he refereeing? And I mean, them mans were running at 100 miles an hour. How is he keeping up with them players? Jeez, man.
Yeah, there needs to be some assessment there with the referee at all.
Well, listen to this. I mean, Steve Gerrard in his post-match came out and basically when they said that John Moss is retiring, he said, good. Because they were saying that he needed to take, they said they needed to have a good look at, you know, he said basically they need to take a good look at this guy because, you know, he doesn't want to say anything because obviously he doesn't want to get himself fined.
Yeah,
but,
that's right, yeah.
You know, some of the decisions yesterday, some of the little things that he was letting go, just unreal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a little
you know what?
Take that shirt off, man. I think he was wearing a red top under there. Do you know what I mean?
I guarantee David is going to come out with this, you know, during the show. If he turns up, if he's brave enough to come and turn up.
Yeah, well, if he's brave enough, man's texting you now. Why he's typing away right now. I don't know if he's watching, but he's typing right now. So I'm saying Kofi's calling you out now. I just got need to put this out. I did watch the game. Bro, listen, you can't.
Big talk, can't talk to me directly.
Well, listen.
Has to be doing forward messages.
I do apologise as I forgot I had to footy. Now he's bad putting up emoji faces like that. Well, listen, Kofi, I'm just saying, Kofi is exposing you. Kofi is exposing you as we speak. Yeah? So if you want to come in the chat, Kofi's exposing you. Right.
Man was chatting.
Wow. Emotions running high.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, Jay, I see you, man.
Yeah,
Good evening,
Jay,
Jay.
yeah. And big up Geezer. Yeah,
Thomas.
mate. Tom, what you saying, brother?
Yeah,
Listen, yeah, it's
Chelsea
been a real
fourth. It would be a mediocre season by their standards. Mediocre, David. Mediocre team.
Listen, the floor is yours. You take him apart. Listen, all he can do is probably come in the chat, yeah, and watch. He's got his domestics to do. He's washing and he has to have his dinner. Man can't be calling you out. Yeah, man cannot be calling you out in midweek. Yeah, man has called him out. Let me just read some of his texts. Yeah, I've got to expose this brother. I've got to expose this brother now. Yeah, because man can't be sending out texts. We've been the mediator. Yeah. Let's see what we say. Yeah, here we go. Let's just see. 7 seasons, 800 million spent, 1 league title. This is from Dave. That's Jurgen Klopp, by the way. Remind Kofi that, by the way, man's calling you. And man is having dinner and has to wash his clothes and all that. Sorry, old Dave. I'll be joining you tomorrow. Yeah, he said I'll be joining you. Listen, I'm not lying, man. It's there. It's all there. It's all there. You probably can't see it, but it's all there. I'll be joining you tomorrow. Yeah.
For him to say that.
Oh, he's coming on. He's here. This man is here. He's here. I'm bringing him in now, yo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm bringing him now. See him there?
See this man.
He is there. See him. There he is. Yeah. Man, that's a cupboard. Yeah. Yeah, you know, because we was calling you. Yeah, I was calling you, bro. Yeah, man's calling you.
It's 20 to 10 over here. So,
bro, all I gotta say, let me say, it's
20 to 10.
You alright, big talker?
Let's read yesterday, big talker. Let's just
cool. Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, because by the way, you said I'll be joining you tomorrow. Talk as if he's about. Yeah. Or is he gonna hide? Yeah. Hold on. Oh, is he going to hide until after whether they win on Saturday or not? This is your words. This is your way, David Tuchel. Yeah, these are your words, bro.
Yeah.
So, listen, because Dave has to get his beauty sleep, guys. He's got to get his
Go on, Dave.
Sleep,
fire away.
I'll give you 10 minutes to deal with Kofi.
I just want to know what we're talking about. What's the topic?
Well,
we're starting with the big talk. That's what the topic's about.
It's the big talk. The big talk.
Okay, all I'm saying is, Klopp's been there because I keep hearing it. I keep hearing, is this one of the greatest Premier League sides we've seen in history? Is this one of the greatest managers? And I keep saying the same thing. He's got the same legacy as Ranieri and Manuel Pellegrini. Right, the guy has won 1 Premier League title.
Yeah, but David, you have to look at who we're up against. We're up against a Manchester City team that can spend as much as they want, season by season.
I can't believe I'm listening to this. I really can't.
Let's look back at
the greatest Premier League teams, and I generally believe that the Premier League isn't as competitive as it used to be. Because when you look back at the greatest Premier League teams, when you look at the Invincibles, you look at the treble winning side. You look at the Man United team, 2008, that won the Champions League and the Premier League. You look at Chelsea's Jose Mourinho's 2004-2005 season.
Yeah, but David, let's go to how much Chelsea. Let's go to how much Chelsea spent that season to build their team, to build the legacy that they have come to build.
I am trying to make a point. And then you look at the squad of Manchester City, who won the Premier League with the most amount of goals and the most amount of points, right? Now, you're talking about competitive leagues. Those, for me, were great sides, right? And I don't feel that this Liverpool team will come close to those Premier League sides. Liverpool haven't come close of the points tally that Manchester City have had. They haven't come close in terms of the goals conceded. They haven't been invincible, and they've never won a treble. Right? For you to say, wait, let me finish. Sorry. For you to say that oh, it's unfair that Manchester City can spend how much and this much. No, I think that's utter nonsense, Kofi, because I genuinely believe that they've been stronger teams in the Premier League throughout the Premier League era, and that's you hiding behind Manchester City. Yeah,
I'm not hiding behind anything.
Their curtails. 100%.
What I'm saying is that if Chelsea wouldn't have had Roman Abramovich, they would not have won the league as many times as they have done, and they've had the luxury. They've had the luxury of changing managers and having decent managers season after season when things have gone bad.
Kofi,
let's be fair.
Look, Kofi, what you need to understand is time changes, right? Football changes, right? There's a lot of money being pumped into football in today's society.
And who started that off?
Wait. Through endorsements, through
who
deals.
Started that off?
In terms of
let's
like
call
football
it a spade,
wages,
it was Chelsea.
Just completely inflating. You look at the currencies right now. We were very much used to dealing with numerical currencies. Now we've got Bitcoin. We've got people trading.
Come on, let's come away from that. Look at how much
changed.
Look at how much Chelsea spent in that first season when Mourinho came in. They spent 153 million on the squad itself.
Kofi,
let's go through all the spend.
Liverpool have spent 700 million and they have one Premier League title to show.
David, we've not spent 700 million. We can actually go through the figures right now. I've got all the figures in front of me right now.
You guys have spent 700 million and you've got one Premier League title.
We have not spent 700 million. I'm sorry to say that. I can go through every single figure. I've got all the figures of both teams and we can go through it season by season.
You guys have spent 700 million.
David, where is your
and you
facts?
have one Premier League title.
Where's your evidence?
That's what I'm trying to say. For a team who has spent so much money and who is blaming Chelsea for changing the
evidence of the
impact of Premier League football, it's ridiculous.
Every season, David, every season, you guys have had over 100 million to spend on your team.
We had a transfer embargo for 18 months. We missed 3 transfer windows. We had a transfer embargo.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what happened over COVID.
Let's go through the seasons.
Some sort of memory loss is going on. But we had a transfer embargo where we missed out 3
for 2
seasons.
Windows. 2 seasons.
Kofi, did you not just say we've had 100 million to spend every transfer season?
Look,
that's not correct. I'm stating facts right now. I'm stating facts.
Let's go with it. Because
I'm just stating facts, Kofi. You spent 75 million on Van Dijk.
Yeah, but we had to sell Coutinho.
Wait, on Keita.
We had to sell Coutinho.
Spent 35 million on Mane. Spent another 35
on Mane.
You spent a lot on this squad.
Mane has been a better buy than Lukaku will ever be. 90 million rubbish. 90 million rubbish.
But I'm
5
not talking
goals.
about Lukaku.
Even Fabinho scored more goals today.
I'm talking about the Liverpool squad because you guys have spent money. You guys have
not even got a player in the top 5
Kofi.
of the
who's talking about top 5? I'm talking about trophies. Chelsea have won it all. We've won every single trophy.
Yeah, but what has it come down to, David?
So that's what I'm trying. Exactly. We can sing we won it all
because of money.
Because you got one Premier League title.
Because of the sugar daddy. Because of the sugar daddy.
So this is what I'm trying to say, Kofi. Liverpool have spent. Listen. Liverpool have spent money. Please, let me finish. Liverpool have spent money, and they spent a lot of money.
We haven't spent as much as Chelsea have spent.
To show for where Chelsea
we have not spent as much as Chelsea. David, stop it, man.
Thank you very much. You can't blame Chelsea for changing the whole game of the Premier League era.
Let's call a spade.
If it wasn't Chelsea,
going to finish 4th.
Someone else would have come along.
David, Chelsea are going to finish 4th. And it's been a mediocre season. Average.
Do you know what's so funny? You probably will just end up winning a league cup. That's probably going to be your season. You could end up just winning 1 cup. You know that, right?
We're in it to win it.
Happens,
we're in it to win it.
If that day happens,
we are in it to win it.
I want to see you on this chat. If you end up just winning the League Cup this season, I want to see you on this chat because we've already won the.
I'm not going to lie, that is a possibility. That is a possibility.
That's a possibility for real.
We've won the Super Cup already. We've won the Club World Championships already. And
Sorry about this, guys.
Saturday,
could be worse. Think about Chile 1-0. Just got to throw that in there. Yeah.
And if we beat you guys on Saturday, we won the FA Cup. And if it turns out that you've only just won the League Cup and finished second, because you don't get a winner's trophy for finishing second in the Premier League, we've had a better season than Liverpool. So if I were you, Kofi, I would by winning 3 trophies in comparison to League Cup. So you're trying to tell me that?
Okay. So you're talking about glorified trophies. We're talking about glorified trophies now.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm so sorry. Let me just ask this last question. Can you hand on heart, hand on heart say that finishing second and winning 1 League Cup in a season overrides finishing third, right? And winning the club championship,
14 points,
the Super
14
Cup,
points. Come
and
on, David.
the
David,
Cup.
you are literally hanging on to the coattails of finishing third. Arsenal are on your coattails. If you finish fourth,
answer my question. Answer my question.
Average season.
Okay, all right, cool. If we finish fourth, whatever, we qualify for Champions League, yeah? We win the Club World Championships, we win the Super Cup,
but that's
and we win the FA Cup. Is the FA Cup bigger than the League Cup? Is the FA Cup bigger than the League Cup? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course it's bigger than the League Cup.
There we go. So would our season not be a better season than Liverpool's?
Yeah, but the thing is, you were supposed to win the league. You're supposed to win the league. You're supposed to win the league. Big talk.
Let me continue with my washing. Yeah, I'll rest my case. Thank you.
No. Go and wash. Go and wash.
Listen, Dave, okay.
Go and wash the smell outside, man.
Just get another 5 minutes, Dave, before you let it go. Because
of course.
No, let him go. It needs to go.
I just think some people are boiling up, innit? So do you know what I mean?
This is the thing, Jex.
Okay, D, what you got to say in this? What you got to say in this, Dave? Just have a neutral coming here.
Wow, David's got talk, man.
If you look at the last statement about if things pan out and Liverpool only win the cup they've already won, I guarantee you go on to TalkSport the next day and Liverpool fans will be calling for Klopp's head. This is how fickle football is.
Thank you.
And they won't be calling for his head because he's been.
Let me finish, bro. Listen.
Let me land.
So if, for argument's sake, we look at the money thing, right? You have to look at that PSG model, right? PSG is expected to win their league. So to say that money makes a team win doesn't always, because you can bring all these stars in, like what we tried to do, and it don't work. Like you end up with a team of individuals all on stupid money that you cannot sell on. So there is a balance to both of you guys' arguments. I'm not going to even pick a side here. I think you both got some valid arguments, but the money doesn't guarantee success. What it does, it allows the managers to take pressure off themselves. Now, Chelsea will allow a manager to win an FA Cup and fire him in the summer, where Liverpool are not that aggressive when it comes to firing managers. You know what I mean? And even United to a point, but you can't say United because Ferguson was there so long. Arsenal, Wenger was there so long. But since those guys have gone, we've become a firing club where it's like success now because you're spending money. So I think all the big teams are spending money, even though it can be relative in a sense of okay, well, these guys are outspent us by 200 million. 200 million is not a lot in football anymore, unfortunately, just because of the wages. And people seem to forget that these guys were on an insane amount of money. And that's why when these guys go bad, it's like what you said about Lukaku, 90 million, and he turns up in Timberlands every week. You know, and then he scores a brace at the weekend and suddenly it's a second coming. But even his brace got overshadowed by them scoring 2 goals. So
can I just come in here? Because Kofi wanted to make a point, because when Dave was saying that, Dave Tickle was saying that, you know, Liverpool have spent 800 million. We're looking at gross here, okay? And I think Kofi wanted to make a point of the net spend, right? Now, Dave, you did send me I'm
talking about gross. It's always been gross. I know the net spend because I sent you the net spend of all the clubs. I know that. But I'm talking about gross. So in terms of that, if by what you're saying, you spent more than Liverpool, because your net spend where you sit 10th is 413 million euros since. That's our net.
That's your net since 2012-13. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Liverpool's net spend was 347 million euros. Okay, right. So the point is, you're saying basically just for what their net spend or your gross spend, whatever you want to call it, based on what you're saying, the amount of money that you spent a lot of money. Liverpool spent a lot of money. You're saying what you're basically saying is that Liverpool should be winning more trophies.
Absolutely, because when you look at our trophy cabinet from 2012 to now, surpasses Liverpool. Yeah, and our net spend is what you just named it. It's about 70 million more. That's 1 foot of Mbappe. That's Mbappe's left toe, probably. Do you know what I mean? So realistically, we're on par in terms of our net spend. Yet we've won copious more amount of trophies than Liverpool. Hence why I'm saying, why is there so much talk around this Liverpool squad and Jurgen Klopp?
Kofi, if you can, I mean, listen, you need to defend your corner, because at the end of the day, I think what David's trying to say is that he probably wouldn't take Klopp. If Tuchel was to leave tomorrow, he wouldn't be looking at Klopp coming to Liverpool because he doesn't think that he will take Liverpool take Chelsea anyway. He feels that really? Tuchel. He still thinks that Tuchel is a better manager than Klopp. And based on what you've spent over those years, one Premier League cup is not enough. But then you could probably talk about your Champions League maybe quest in terms of what you've won in the Champions League.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When Klopp came in, look at the rebuild that he had to do just to get to where Liverpool are. So you cannot come and attack Klopp and say that Klopp has only won 1 Premier League in 7 seasons. If Chelsea were at the same stage like Liverpool, it would be hard for them to win a Premier League title where Liverpool are. So I don't know where he's coming with.
Dave?
Well, my views all stand the same. End of the day, that's the difference between Chelsea. That's the difference between Chelsea and Liverpool because, of course, we're more ruthless. If a manager, as Big D's just said, if a manager at Chelsea wins an FA Cup and it's not deemed as successful enough, they're going to get the old Spanish archer. So, but whereas Liverpool now, their managers tend to obviously. Ride their stay a little bit much longer. So maybe if they had been a little bit more ruthless pre-Klopp days, they might have maybe won a lot more trophies. I mean, look at the season under Brendan Rodgers. With them finishing second, that was their closest. Maybe Brendan Rodgers was there for too long.
But
so that's what I'm saying.
But David, you have to also say that the managers that you've let go, you've had to also fork out compensations to them, right?
Yeah, the club has, but
that comes down to money, right?
But what's that got to do with winning trophies? I don't understand, Kofi. I look at Chelsea's trophy cabinet and I'm smiling. Yeah, I see 2 Champions League trophies there. I see 4 League Cups. I see 6, 7 FA Cups. I see 5 Premier League titles. I see a Club World Championship. I see 2 Super Cups. I see trophies.
David,
so
as you said,
David, it doesn't bother me.
As you said, your model allows you to get as many managers as you can in to win you, and decent managers to win you the trophies.
Yeah, but as a Chelsea fan, I'm not complaining. That's what I'm trying to say.
Of course, you're not complaining when you got a cashless owner.
So what? Wait, I'm not. If my team's winning trophies, I watch football, right? In order to watch my team win. I enjoy it when my team wins. So if I'm seeing that we've got a trophy cabinet full of trophies, I'm happy. Yeah. Sometimes, you like managers and whatnot, and it can be quite unfair that they let certain managers go, but it's still a business.
Which fan wouldn't be happy if their team are winning trophies? Which fan wouldn't be happy? I would be happy.
Yo, guys, listen. Just be careful with the trophy talk now, because Chili's here. You don't want to get in his feelings, right? So just go easy on the trophy talk. Just kind of. Yes, Chili, I see you, bro.
Is that you, D?
I'm messing with you, man.
I know after what happened at the seaside this week, you're not talking.
Listen, man. I told you weeks ago that this season was a write-off. From the moment we changed the interim with the interim, you knew they were writing the season off, mate. So I've expected anything now. I didn't even get upset with that. I looked at my phone.
4-0 to Brighton.
Yeah, you imagine these guys. Remember, we said Brighton was on the beach, and they still beat us 4-0. So that's all I can say, mate. I'm still gonna wear the shirt with pride, but yeah, I had to run a little joke on you there, Chili. You know?
I mean, listen. Out of all of these, right? I mean, I don't know if Dave agrees or not. In terms of what Craig has said here, Pep, Klopp, Tuchel, Conte are all elite managers. I'm not going to even talk about. Eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you agree that Klopp is an elite manager, yeah?
He's an elite manager.
Or do you think he's failed with the amount of money that he's spent since he's been at there? Since he's been there.
No. I always said he's like right now, he's one of the best managers in the world. Don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to say is when people are saying, is he one of the greatest managers we have had in the Premier League? I said this, I think, last week when I was on. I don't feel that he's on the level yet of the Mourinhos, of the Sir Alexes, of the Wengers, and of the Ancelottis, and of the Peps. I don't think so.
I mean, I'll never argue against that. I would never argue against that because obviously, as you keep stating, he hasn't won enough Premier Leagues.
So then Kofi, then is his argument right then that the fact that you spent all that money, gross, we're talking gross, that literally in David's eyes, he classes him as a flop because he should be winning more. I mean, I'd love to win a Premier League trophy. I'd love to lose some Champions League trophy. I mean, I can't talk because our net spend is something like 543 million euros. So you can imagine what we've spent.
We have to take into consideration where Liverpool were as a squad back when Klopp took over. And, you know, obviously he wasn't given that benefit that, you know, they were going to have ample money to spend on the squad. And remember, we spent on building a new stand. We spent about 150 million on a new stand.
Yeah, but you know what? We are going to be in the same position, right? Because I guarantee you, 6 months in, you're going to have certain Man United fans wanting Ten Hag out, right? So there has to be a level of, okay, if a guy comes in, Liverpool were patient with Klopp. He wasn't expected to win straight away. Now, I'm hoping that Ten Hag is not expected to win straight away because that squad is trash. You saw what they did. You saw that they didn't turn up again on those big wages. So is he going to be allowed to come in and be able to take at least 4 transfer windows to try and not even be winning, just to be trying to compete? I'm not even saying winning after 4 because you have to remember, you guys are all going to still spend. Even if Liverpool don't spend as much as City and Chelsea or even Tottenham, they are going to spend. So it's quite relative that because putting a manager under pressure as soon as he walks through the door, that doesn't work. But then the teams are in what they call the winning business. Now, like Ten Hag will be expected to try and win a League Cup while he converts this team into competing for Champions League and the Championship. And if he doesn't do that, people are going to say, well, he's in there. At least he can do is get a decent cup run, play the kids, all this kind of stuff. These are the kind of pressure the managers are on. And Liverpool probably don't have the money to say, right, I'm going to fire a manager with 3 or 4 years left on his contract, where the bigger clubs, as in bigger clubs financially, do that. We've done it so many times. We did it with Van Gaal, we did it with Moyes, we did it with Mourinho, we did it with Oli. They all had at least 2 years plus on their contracts, all walked away with millions of pounds because they failed. So, like I say, you know, if you don't, it's like anything. You got to spend money. You got to spend money.
I mean, just sorry, Chile came in obviously a little bit late on the tail end of basically Chile. Dave has been going backwards and forward with Kof over the WhatsApp. Basically, the money that Klopp or Liverpool has spent, 800 million, talking gross, feels that that's not enough in terms of, he's looking at as a failure in terms of the amount of trophies that Liverpool have won in the Premier League. Obviously, for 30 years they haven't won it, and now that they've got a trophy. Listen, they've won a Champions League.
800 million over how long?
Well, what's the period of time we're talking?
Since Klopp's been there.
Since Klopp has been there. So Klopp came there
About
2000
2016, wasn't it?
Was it 16?
I don't know. I'm think around then.
Was it 16? Kofi was 2016. 15.
It was a 15.
It was
15,
late
16 season.
Late 2015.
Yeah.
So 7 years ago.
Yeah. So 800 million pounds
over 7 years.
Yeah. Winning one title, Champions League. Did they win us? Well, Kofi doesn't class Super Cups or any of those. And a League Cup. So 3 trophies, 800 million.
I wouldn't call that a failure over 7 years. How much have Arsenal spent in that same period? We won an FA Cup. Let's put that one. We won an FA Cup. What about you, Chul? We've spent nowhere near that. Okay. We spent about 300 million.
That got you the Audi Cup, wasn't it?
And that exactly though. So if you spend nothing, you get nothing. You spend 800 mil, you get a Champions League.
So you're basically saying that what David's saying is basically rubbish.
I wouldn't say it's rubbish. I just think that I wouldn't call it a flop. That's a bit hard to say that he's won the Champions League and the Premier League. They've been trying to do it for 30 years and they've done it now. So,
but he's been given time though, and that's what I said.
Yeah,
he was given like what 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, 4
years.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it took him 4 years. It took him 4 years to win a trophy. No, 5 years to win a trophy, and
so
2 years to finish in.
But then that's where Man United.
He openly said he needed time.
But I think that's where Man United are. Me and Normal were speaking the other day, and we were saying giving a manager 2 transfers windows isn't enough.
That's
You've got to give them 4 or 5
because
so they can build their team.
A few weeks ago,
big up Craig, by the way. Big up man like Craig.
I read a list out, and I think I got to 16 players that needed to go in this rebuild at Man United. 16. So you got to give that man at least 4 to 5 transfer windows just to turn the thing around.
And it's no good you bringing in 10 people in the summer.
No, that's
that
what I'm saying.
Doesn't work.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you've got to give him 4 to 5 transfer windows, 2 or 3 players a window to change it around.
That's right.
Are your fans going to allow that?
That's the problem, Dave. That's the problem. Like for me, I'm willing to just be moody for the next 5 years while we change things over. But not every fan's going to want that.
As long as you see progress, you'll be happy.
Exactly, Chili. Exactly. Yeah. So, but you know, after 6 months, a few bad losses, you're going to have Man United fans saying, Ten Hag out. I guarantee it. Because they're fickle, they're stupid. And you have to look at the models of Liverpool. I look at that Liverpool model and say they never wanted Klopp out after 2 years. They were watching him do what he was doing and get rid of the riffraff and getting a better goalkeeper. Because he's got to build a spine. And Ten Hag has to be allowed to build that spine.
But I also think that the press liked Klopp.
I know. Yeah, true.
And I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. I think there's a lot of loving going on with Liverpool. As I said last week, we spoke about.
But I'm saying in the beginning, I think Klopp probably got more of a break because the press liked him. Yes. Everyone loved him when he first came over. His big smile and all that. Now it's just annoying, but
he is.
Listen, Chili, listen. Don't try.
And he's a bit of a,
he gets over so much.
And he's a bit of a moaner as well. He's a bit of a moaner.
Yeah, he's become a real moaner.
That's the pressure of the Premier League, man.
Your game quickly with he came out. Antonio Conte came out. I sent it to you, Chile. Antonio Conte came out and said basically he was just looking for an alibi with that game. Because you were saying basically Klopp was coming out saying that he would never teach that kind of tactics to play football. What Conte did.
You got us a point.
It was actually embarrassing, wasn't it? It was embarrassing to actually listen to him say, I couldn't out-sync Conte playing in that low block and my players just couldn't break them down and score. I'll be like, bro, that's what happens in football.
Yeah. Exactly. You've got to find a way to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's not pretty. And it is what it is.
And Norman, if that cost them the title, then so be it. Fair play to Tottenham.
Fair play.
They got in
that's the only time I will agree. Fair play.
no excuses.
But then I'm kind of glad for it. I'm kind of glad that they drew anyway, because then it helps us come tomorrow.
And I was going to say, and it won't be the first time they've let something slip.
Wow, David.
Yeah, man, that's Sleepy G moment. But you have to remember as well that Man City will face Stevie G's Villa at the end of the season. So there's the plot is still there to be twisted, you know. You know what I mean. And I'm sure Stevie G would want to do Liverpool a favour by doing one over on City.
I just can't see Villa getting anything at Etihad. Yeah, I can't see.
They rolled over for.
Well, I mean, just say that on that.
Come on, David is having little pops. Here we go, David. David, what's your eventual points tally going to be?
No, I'm just saying Stevie G rolled over for you guys yesterday. That's all.
Yeah, it was a little bit suspect, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was very suspect.
No, fair. He's gonna be the next Liverpool manager. So he needs to do a little bit of scoring on points.
But saying all that, Kofi, in terms of Liverpool, obviously Klopp has signed a new deal, and one of the questions that's been asked, or it's been rumoured, Bayern Munich are looking at Mane. Salah still hasn't signed his contract, and basically Klopp has came out and said, "Listen, I can't persuade these guys to stay. It's really down to them. They've got to make that decision themselves." And I suppose the question I'm asking all of us here, he played really well yesterday. He got bigged up by Klopp, saying he's one of the best world-class players in the world. Strong physically, mentally. Maybe he knows that Bayern Munich, are sniffing around, and also with Salah, who's not playing as well. He was on the bench yesterday. But what are your thoughts in terms of, the prospect of Salah and Mane? They both got a year left on their contract, not signing a deal. Is there a possibility that they can both go, or one will stay, one will go, or what do you think?
The problem is it'll be painful to let both of them go this summer, and the fact that matters, the club are not doing enough to get their contracts signed up and dealt with. They should be doing more, but the owners who they are, and they also need to look at themselves as well.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, it's still rumbling on. Is there any
David,
agreement?
can you get that big smile, that big grin smile off your face, and go back into the kitchen and do your washing up and everything?
I'm minding my business. What's going on?
Look at a big smile on your face. Oh my goodness!
But you know what? If you look at our situation with Pogba, right? And how he's been allowed to run that contract down. I feel that Liverpool is a better run club than us in regards to contracts, and yet they're in this position. I'm really surprised that going into the business end of the season, you have either one of them down. That's mad, because these are the rookie things that we have done, and now have our club in the mud by not doing that. Because if you look how many players we got now out of contract that are walking, it's about 7 walking that can walk for free now in the summer. I'm not saying they're all going to get picked up by Champions League competing squads, but like an investment of 90 million that walks out and goes somewhere and signs a £470,000 a week contract. That's a mad one.
I mean, Pogba. You touched on Pogba. Obviously in running down his contract, and the likelihood is that it looks like he's going to walk at the end of the season.
I think
there was links with him with Man City. Now, listen, at the end of the day, the guy is a class player. He's talked a lot, about Pep, A few years back, he was sort of like talking about how he would love to play under Pep, just the way he manages teams, the whole psychology of the game and everything. He'd love to sort of be nurtured under him. And obviously, Pep likes him as well. Now, you know, listen, the likelihood is that he may not end up going to Man City. And I mean, if he did go to Man City, how would the fans be? Is it going to be like another Carlos Tevez-ish situation? I know the likes of Graham Souness, Jamie Carragher said he wouldn't touch him with a barge pole, you know. But if he was to go to, say, Man City, do you think that Pep could turn him around and get him to play the kind of football? You know, you've got people like De Bruyne in that position, Bernard Silva, you know, you've got Fernandinho going to be leaving at the end of the season. Would he suit the... do you think he would suit it or not?
Yes, he would, because it is a system footballer, Norm. And this is why he does so well for France.
Right.
Like, we have no system. Like I said, we are a team of individuals. And so it is a lost soul out there. It really is. And you know, 1 minute he's on the wing, then he's playing CDM, then he's playing attacking midfielder. Like, nah, brother, give him one role. And in France, they will have to do that. I think Pep would take him and say, right, he ain't playing every week, but when you play, this is where you're playing. And he might be happy with that. You know, you imagine that.
Was he 29? How old is he? 29?
29, yeah. And so if he does have a U-turn and sign the contract that's been on the table since the summer, then he's signing that. What happened?
Was that too hot for you, man?
yeah. So if he does re-sign for United, he's purely signing for the wages, right? Because at 29, you don't stay around for a 4-year rebuild. Fact. If you want to win something, you don't stay around for a 4-year rebuild. So if he stays at United, has a U-turn in the summer, and signs what everyone on the table, I think it's around 370, 400 a week on the table. If he signs that, that means no one's offering him nowhere near that money, and he has no ambition to win anything. He's quite happy.
I mean, he's got a few clubs to choose from. Obviously, Man City, PSG, Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid,
one of those clubs.
Who are all playing Champions League, Norman, by the way, as well. I said, those three are all playing Champions League. We are going to be in the Europa Conference, you know, whatever that one is.
That is a possibility, because if West Ham, you know, if you lose your next game, and by the way, guys,
West Ham leap us, don't they? They're leapers.
Yeah, but just by the way, D, your lowest point
tally ever. Thank you, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Right.
58 points. Currently 58 points at the moment. You could go to Crystal Palace, which is your last game, and lose that game. You will lost 12 games if that happens. With your lowest points tally, even if I think your lowest points tally was under David Moyes 2013-14 season. No, was it 12-13
no,
season?
13-14.
13-14, sorry. With 64 points. Okay. That record is already broken. Unbelievable with the talent of players that you've got, but it's probably social tax right now.
But you just said it, Norm, with the talent of players, not a talented team, a talent of players. They're two different things. We are not a team. We are a bunch of individuals with their own agendas, their own social media agendas, their own private sponsorship agendas. The whole thing's murky. So for me, for Ten Hag to come in, I mean, there's something you sent me, Norman, about Rio Ferdinand having a go at, right?
I want to pick you up on that point. Yeah, I wanted to
Rio needs to relax, right? Because it was Rio that has us in the mud by saying, you remember when Ollie won about 8 games on the bounce or whatever, and Rio was in the studio and slapped the paper down and said, right, whatever he wants, give it him. Let him sign it, give him 5 years. You're like, bro, wait till the summer and see how we plan for the season. There was no rush to let him sign, and they gave him that contract, and the rest is history. So Rio can just go sit in the corner, because he has no business trying to come at Ralph, because Ralph,
I mean, he's obviously protecting the board. And
he's on the payroll, Norm.
Yeah,
he's a payroll brother. He's a payroll brother. Trust me.
Yeah, and Ragnick has been coming out and pretty much exposing what's going on.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, so and I know Rio was obviously calling him out on it. He wasn't doing it in a malicious way, but he was just basically saying you need to keep, you know, you know, in terms of things that's going on in the changing room, just keep it behind closed doors. Why are you exposing us? That's what's been going on, you know. So
and him doing this, Norman, will allow Ten Hag to come in and know what is what, because this is what's going to happen, right? Certain mans are going to start trying when Ten Hag turns up in the summer, because apparently he's bringing them back 2 weeks early from summer holiday. He's already told them.
Whoa. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Right. The mindset of these guys.
2 weeks, and you know, there's quite a few players looking for contract renewals. So as much as he's been involved in that team, you don't tell me that Ten Hag ain't been just sitting down and watching highlights and just seeing what is really going on at Old Trafford and seeing who is taking the pee, because they're just trying to bury Ralph, because they were all in love with Ollie, because he never put them under pressure. You know what I mean? You have to remember, Ollie said, quote in an interview, he said, "Trophies are for egos."
My word.
He's an idiot boy. That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much, man. It's like, come on, man. Who says that? Who says trophies are for egos? What manager in any sport says trophies and titles are for egos? That tells you everything you know about this guy. Super sub, quite happy just to be there. Horrible, mate. He ruined our club. Sorry.
Right, this guy keeps saying, "Believe your son." He's on this Pepe agenda. Look, for me personally speaking, Pepe, I think, has played pretty much his last games for Arsenal. Classic example on when we played Leeds. Goalkeeper comes up, nobody in goal, and he decides that he's going to try and nutmeg Dan James. Just hit the ball, yeah? Then you wonder why you're not getting any games. I used to stick up for his sideburns, man, yeah? But right now, he ain't doing anything. He ain't doing anything for Arsenal, and he needs to go. It's as simple as that. Now, that's it, man. The free paper bun, yeah? The free paper's bun on Pepe. Simple. He'll probably do better at another club. He just ain't cutting it at Arsenal. You know, listen, man, he had a big open goal. Yeah, the goalkeeper, nobody. And he decides to nutmeg a guy on the halfway line, mate. All you have to do is just hit it with your right foot. And that's it, game over. Yeah? We made it a lot harder than what it seemed to be. Yes, listen, the first half, we blew them away. But, 10 men, Leeds, we should be scoring more goals, getting our goal difference up. But, it is what it is. So, my son is saying basically, what's he saying? Gunner's dad. But Pepe has never had Saka at minutes, and his stats for a player who really plays shows how good he could be if given a run. Well, look, listen, I know Saka, I know Arteta likes Saka and that, and pretty much plays the man into the ground until the man has no legs to run on. But look, last season, he was one of our sort of top contributors towards the end of the season. But I just don't think that Pepe fits the style of Arsenal. And I don't know what you think if you watched him play, what your thoughts on him. But I just think the money that we spent on him, £72 million, I think kind of weighed heavy on his shoulders. And I just don't think he's cut it at Arsenal.
How long's it been there, Norm?
He came there 2000 He came there under Unai Emery, so it would have been about 2018.
Okay, so what? Four?
Yeah.
3.5, 4 seasons.
So he hasn't really pulled up trees. He hasn't really. All right, I think he's pivotal in the FA Cup win, which kept Arteta in the job. Yeah, fair enough. Sure. Yeah, fair enough. You know what I mean? But look, it's doing it consistently over 38 games, and the likes of Saka, the likes of Smith Rowe, the likes of Martinelli, when they've been called upon, they've done the business. And it's just unfortunate that Pepe hasn't really, cut it at Arsenal, to be perfectly honest. He's looked good at times, but just don't get it with that one. Yeah. People might say that Arteta's got an agenda against him and he doesn't like him. I mean, I think one game, he didn't need to bring in a defender, but he brought on Holding instead of Pepe. So it just shows how far down he is in the pecking order. And then with us being linked with a number of players, likes of Sterling, likes of Jesus from Man City, and a number of strikers coming in, he's just going to fall further down there. So I think it would be just better for him to just move on. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion.
Would you take Jesus, Norman?
Say again?
Would you take Jesus?
Yes, I would, but I would need another option, another bigger, stronger striker, because he can play right across the front, front line. But you would still need a kind of target man or somebody that's strong in the air. I'm not saying that Jace, he's a different kind of play. He will press. He will run all day. He's in his peak. He's 25. But I just personally think we need another option, and we need to get at least two top class strikers. You know what I mean? There's talk about Arteta giving Eddie Nketiah a new contract. I don't think he would be the one to take us if we do make it into Champions League. He just wouldn't be the one, personally speaking. Listen, he's done well. He's given, he came on a podcast and spoke about, having a run in the side. He's had a run in his side. He's scored, in the last 2-3 games, a lot more than what Lacker's done. So for me, I think somewhere like a West Ham would probably suit him, personally speaking.
Would you guys go for Tammy Abraham?
Ooh, that's a shout. That's a shout.
See, the thing is, he's doing the business in Serie A, but I don't know. I don't want to seem snobbish. You know what I mean? I don't want to seem snobbish, but I think we could do better than. Yes, he knows the Premier League, but I just think he's scoring. He could do a Lukaku. Yeah. Doing all the things at Inter Milan, and then comes back to England and flops.
Yeah, but then he's still young. So
yeah, but I just
what is he? 22?
About 22, 23.
22. Because to be honest with you, I look at our situation with Cavani going and a 37-year-old Ronaldo. We need two strikers as well.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
If we're thinking about competing, you can't put Ronaldo under pressure that we've done this season, because you have to look. Without Ronaldo, where we would have been 10th or 11th in the league, mate.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, Ronaldo and De Gea. You would definitely be
easily 11th or 10th in the league without them two in the team.
Definitely.
So yeah, we're the same boat, Norman. We need at least two strikers.
Yeah.
And you can't have everything in that one transfer window. Like Chile said, it's not realistic. You can't sign 8-9 players in a transfer window and expect them all to gel. It's not going to happen.
No.
So,
I mean, with Ted,
how long has Pepe got left on his contract, Norman?
I think he's got about a year left. I think he's got about a year left on his contract.
How much would you take for him?
Realistically, if we could get our money back, but that ain't gonna happen. I think we'll probably get about. I think we'll get about 25, 30.
Wow.
Do you know what I think? If Arteta, obviously he's extended his contract, but if he doesn't do well for the forthcoming season, you guys got to look to get in Hansi Flick. If you miss out on getting Hansi Flick,
listen, let's just go to the Arteta situation, yeah. Right now, listen, if he gets us into the top four, massive game tomorrow, big North London derby against Chile's side. Going into that game, we're going in with the momentum. We're 4 points ahead of it at the moment. I feel the pressure is going to be more on Tottenham. Chile may disagree with me, but I think
because that makes no sense.
Why doesn't it make no sense?
Because the ball's in your court. You're ahead of us. You're 4 points ahead. You've got to maintain that.
Yeah, but we're 4 points ahead.
You, not on us.
Yeah, but
if we lose, we're in the same situation.
Well, if we win, listen. Basically, if we beat you tomorrow, that's top 4 done.
Yeah, but you won't beat.
So you have to. So I'm saying to you, you have to win that game. You can't afford to drop points. So the pressure is on you.
But that's been the same for the last 10 weeks.
Yeah, but now, but you drop points. Listen, we was hoping that Liverpool would slap you. You done well. You drew with them 1-1, yeah. and then you should have won that game as well. I don't know what I think it was Højbjerg was doing. Just leave it to Bergwijn, you know what I mean? But thank you, Højbjerg. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah. Then obviously Leeds, pressure's now thrown back on us. We had to win that game at home. It didn't help with their goalkeeper gifting Nketiah a goal and then getting a second goal, later
having
on.
a man sent off.
And having a man sent off, you put that game to bed. Do you know what I mean? And I'll say if we play like that in the second half, where we take our foot off the gas, then Spurs will beat us. Yeah. The only thing, the cushion that we've got is that 4 points. We go into that game. If we draw the game, we can either draw the game or win the game. If we lose the game, right, then I'll say the pressure's now back on us, because that means that we have to go away to Newcastle, win that game. You've probably got the easier running because you've got Burnley at home, who are fighting for their lives, and Norwich away. Okay, we've got to go away to Newcastle, and then we've got Everton at home. Hopefully, Everton will be safe by then because they're doing quite well.
Both of those games, I'd expect you to win.
Would expect you to win, but that's what I'm trying to say is whether our players can handle that pressure. Yeah. So going into this game, I would say that you need to win this game tomorrow. You need to win this game tomorrow. You can't afford to drop any points. You have to win it at all costs. If you draw this game, we're going to
win it. You're not even the problem. It's the teams that you've got to play after. We're not concerned about you. We're going to beat you.
Right. Well,
wow.
Okay. What gives you what gives you that confidence that you're going to beat us tomorrow?
Because I've seen you play. You're rubbish. You conceded to 10-man leads.
Yeah.
What are you going to do against Sonny, Kane, and Kulu?
Oh boy!
That could be a hockey score tomorrow, my friend. Could be a.
Well, you're saying D, it's a hockey score tomorrow.
No, there's going to be goals in there, Norms. I think there's going to be goals in there because both teams cannot just sit back and defend. They both need to win. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a very entertaining game. Yeah, I'm up for it, man.
Okay. So listen, right, Chili, you said that you're going to deal with us tomorrow. Yeah. When we lost those 3 games back to back, Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Southampton. Yeah, our next game after that was Chelsea away. Nobody was expecting us to go to the bridge and put 4 past those players.
Oh, come on. Brentford put 4 past Chelsea. Don't go for that. Sorry, dude, but they did.
So what I'm saying, based on that, nobody gave us a chance. Nobody gave us a chance to go to Chelsea at the bridge and win that game 4-2.
But Norms, the goals were gifted, though. I mean, the defending was poor that game.
Well, what we're supposed to do?
I'm just saying. But I'm just saying that it was.
That's the only way Arsenal score is gifted goals.
Gifted goals. Come on, Chile, man.
We were really poor, and about 3 errors from defensive errors and goalkeeping errors. So. That win, I wouldn't. If I were you, I wouldn't hold to high esteem. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, okay. What about Man U?
Now you can't have a boss on the story, though. We are null and void right now. You can't even say that we're competing. Honestly, man, we're just putting the shirts on. You know what I mean? Just put the shirt on and have a little run around, and whatever happens, man.
You know when
checks keep coming.
when you lost 4-0, against Brighton, what did Sheena say to you?
No, she wasn't here. She was in America.
Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't even here. So
what did you smash up the bedroom?
No. I was actually away for the weekend as well. So I was on my phone, just kind of seeing stuff go through, and then I watched Match of the Day, and I just thought, absolute disgrace. They just put the shirts on and went for a walkabout, and whatever happened, man. They didn't compete for a single 50-50 ball. It was mad to watch. And that's a team mentally that's just quit on the season. There's nothing to play for. And this is the sad thing, right? They should have tanked the season a month ago. That when we don't even qualify for the conference thing. But I think the amount of points that we've got, even though being the lowest, I still think we qualify for it, Norman. Even if we lose the last one, I think we still qualify for it, which is like, wow. We can't even tank a season, right? Imagine.
Okay.
Season.
Basically, just to answer this question, then, who will jump or fall at the last hurdle? Right. So Liverpool, City. What we're saying? Who's gonna fall at the hurdle? Will it be Liverpool or will it be City? Just quickly, D.
Liverpool, I think.
Will fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Kofi Klopp.
Man City.
Oh. What will they do? Fall or jump?
They're gonna fall.
Wow. You're saying that with chest, yeah?
Yeah. Come on. At this stage of the season, you got to take the chance.
David Tickle.
Yeah, I think Man City are going to win tonight, and I think they'll win the league.
I'm in agreement there. Yeah, I've seen enough.
And Chile?
Yeah, I agree. Man City are going to win tonight and they'll win the league.
Okay. And put this last one, because I know David's late, so I'm going to ask this last one, and then Dave will go.
No, our game is on, that's why.
All right. Oh, Leeds are playing Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Leeds are playing Chelsea, and obviously Leeds are fighting relegation. I don't know what the score is. If it's 0-0.
Oh, go!
It just started.
Go to
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
They just
okay.
Man.
Right, that means that Leeds are doomed.
Mount scored.
Mason.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That was the top corner.
Looks like they've
top corner as well.
Looks like they've secured third place.
Yeah, top corner.
Looking like they secured third place. I can't see Arsenal catching
them
now.
I
can't see them catching them now. You know
So does this mean a great escape for Everton? Does Fat Frank get him out?
Well, before we get to Fat Frank, yeah, just on the hurdle business, yeah. Arsenal and Spurs. So I'll go back to you, D. Who falls? Right. Arsenal or Spurs for fourth place?
Oh. Wow. I actually think Arsenal nick it.
Yeah.
I think history tells me Arsenal nick it. Just history tells me that. You know what I mean?
So, the mentality.
Yeah, I think so.
Lasagna gate and all that, yeah?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, but you can't count Conte out because you see how he manhandled Liverpool there.
Yeah.
Tactical genius.
And that's the thing. But the thing is Liverpool plays into their hands because they play this high line and they leave a lot of space.
Always.
And so the likes of the likes of Son, and if you allow Kane to find space in the middle, dropping that hole and start to pick off passes, they will hit you on the break. Kulusevski or Son, yeah? And he's the second top goal scorer with 20 goals now this season. Possibly catch Salah.
Yeah,
it's benching Salah. I tell you what, right? I never understand that. I never understand a man that can be earning that kind of money, and you bench him and you say, "Well, we got this fellow to play." So what? If he's on more than 100 grand a week, he could play 2 games a week. I don't care. So for me to see him sat on the bench when you're going for a title and you bench Salah, I'll be like, "Bro, what are you thinking there, mate?" I was disappointed to see that, Klopp, Kofi.
He's not been in the races since he came back from AFCON, and obviously disappointment of not going to the World Cup. You know, it's taking its toll on him.
Yeah, I guess so. But he's
Salah's prone to that.
Yeah.
He's prone.
I know a Liverpool fan, and she said that he should be.
What's it? Is it 1-1?
Well.
No. He just... Lukaku with his Timberlands on. That's all it is. You know?
Okay.
A question: are you going to keep Lukaku? What's happening in the summer?
I don't want him. No, I don't want him.
Wow.
Yeah.
See how much he's turned around since last summer.
I actually think he stays. I actually think he stays and proves everyone wrong.
Yeah, where else would he go? That's the thing, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do you reckon he's going to stay then? Or do you think he will end up going back to Inter Milan?
I don't want him to stay, but I mean, realistically, who's going to pay for him and who's going to pay his wages? So who knows? You know.
Just what you have to do, though, David. He has to start him against the weaker teams to get his confidence.
Yeah. He gets confidence.
Yeah, because he's a bully. He's a bully beast.
Yeah.
That's what I nicknamed him at Old Trafford. bully beef. Bully beef, man. He go in there and just beat up them weaker defenders and them not so good defensive teams and get his confidence up. And then you might see a different Lukaku then. It's like anything.
Yeah.
Once you start scoring,
I mean, listen. I thought his season, even though albeit it's the penultimate end, I thought, oh yes, now he's got his shooting boots on, scores 2 goals against Wolves, and he's looking well happy sitting on that bench, And when that equaliser came in,
he was vexing. You can see he was vexing.
Cody, his face. Listen, man, his face
furious,
it looked like a bottom. That's what.
But the truth is, Norm, that game he did his job.
Yeah.
And defensively they didn't do their job. So I think most strikers would feel that way. If you score a break, you score a hat trick, and you lose, you were like, I scored a hat trick, man. How did we lose that? So
defensively,
I mean, Dave, you probably will obviously be the Chelsea support and everything. Is everything all okay in the dressing room with Chelsea?
No, absolutely not. Marcus Alonso had a big bust up with Tuchel after it was Saturday's game. Of course, we've had 4 players publicly come out and say that they're leaving. So there's a lot of disarray in the squad. And when you look at the likes of Christensen and Rudiger, who are 2 senior players, and they pre-signed contracts already, that's not a good way of going out of the season. They're already tapped out. So that's why I was just saying, there's so many. If you look at, we had the best defensive record, right, since Tuchel came in. And ever since their contracts, were uncertain and the announcements were made, you've seen so many defensive mistakes and defensive errors. And that's what happens in football. When you switch off, when the intensity is not there anymore, you get punished. And that's what's been happening with the likes of Rudiger and, of course, Christensen, Alonso as well, and Azpilicueta.
Would you say the sale of Chelsea, with the sale of Chelsea, do you think that sort of kind of unsettled everybody? Because I know Tuchel came out and said with regards to Rudiger that he felt that was one of the biggest concerns with him trying to secure him to another contract. He felt that because the way things were happening with regards to the off-field stuff and the whole sanctions.
I think that was just an excuse. I think Rudiger just wanted more money, to be fair.
Right, so you don't put it down. You don't put it down to the sanctions and all of that and the sale of.
I don't think it's mainly that. I don't think it's
Klopp did come out. Tuchel did come out and say that.
But you know what? If he wants more money, though, come to Man United. I guarantee you get more money. Like, we are the gift that keeps on giving. I keep telling you, man. So anyone that wants more money, come to Man U. Don't worry about the style of play. Just come to Man U and get your $300,000 a week.
So so just going back to the hurdle thing, Big D.
Who's at home? Who's at home tomorrow?
Spurs,
yeah.
And our record there is not brilliant. I think the last time we won there was 2012.
But do you know what it is? Arsenal, when they go on runs, they just go on some mad run. It's like you either go on a losing run or you go on a winning run. That's the thing about Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? That's your consistency. You're consistent in winning or consistent.
I suppose we're okay. No, I think that's why I nicknamed Spurs Binary FC. Wow. And Kofi has to not Kofi. Craig Chile has to agree with me because literally there was a point where you was winning one game, winning, losing, and then you went on like a 3-game unbeaten run. And that's why I call them Binary FC. Yeah, now they've found a bit of form and everything. But I think going into this game, we have won off the back. We've won 4 games and lost 1, I think, or drawn 1. So our record in terms of the last 4 or 5 games has been quite good. Where Spurs, they're kind of drawn 2, 1-2, and lost 1, I think. But Chile could correct me on that. But so Kofi, did he say who would fall and who would?
Not for Spurs. I've stuck with Spurs getting top 4.
Yeah,
and I'll stick with that. Yeah, they're just about going to do it. They're going to win tomorrow, I think.
What? What makes you think they're going to get top 4?
Well, the fact that they've got 2 easy games, and they probably will win slightly, maybe 2-1 tomorrow.
Okay, 2-1. So they win that game 2-1. Okay. We then end up being 1 point ahead of them with the Newcastle away and then Everton at home for Arsenal. Chile's side have got Burnley at home and Norwich away. So based on that, that's why you think they will get top 4, because we're going to bottle it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I mean, I think Arsenal crossing the line would take a decent win tomorrow night, and probably, who's your last 2 games again?
Newcastle away and then Everton at home. Yeah.
And Newcastle. If you beat those 2, then that's it.
Yeah, but the problem is what you're basing the fact that Tottenham are going to nick it because they will beat us tomorrow, and they've got 2 relatively easy games: Burnley at home and Norwich away. So you're basically saying that we will probably end up going to Newcastle and dropping points.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Dave, you know that Tottenham are going to be at home. Who's likely to fall and who's likely to jump?
Do you know what? I think tomorrow will probably be a draw, but I reckon first 30 minutes, Spurs are going to be on you like a rash. Honestly, I think they're going to be up for it. Right. I think if you could sustain that pressure for 30 minutes and settle, I think it'll be a draw. If you can't handle that, they could run away. Conte is just really good at getting it. Do you know what I mean? Getting it right when it matters. But I think what helps Arsenal going into this game is the fact that so much is at stake. And you said you haven't had a good record recently, but when you played there, it hasn't been crunch time season. Do you know what I mean? Crunch time period of the season. Do you know what I mean? So I think so much is at stake right now. I think you guys are going to be going into this game with a different mentality. I think the last times you played them, you've had nothing really to play for, and it's been like mid-season. Do you know what I mean? So, but I think it's going to be a draw. But first 30 minutes, if you ride it out, you'll be all right.
So what's your final conclusion? Who do you think gets into the top 4?
St. James's will be a difficult game. I just feel that you could get stuck. I don't think you lose, but I think you could draw there. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, Conte, he's an elite manager.
The permutations are this. If we draw at Tottenham tomorrow, we only need to win 1 game.
Then, so if you draw tomorrow, that makes it easier for me then. If you draw tomorrow, then you'll get top 4. If you come out of that game without a draw or a win, Tottenham will get top 4, trust me.
Okay.
Norman, you cannot take it that people think that Tottenham are going to do it, can you? It's embarrassing, man. Let it go.
Listen, I'm just trying to just want to hear what the man's have got to say. Yeah, that's called the what's going on, bro. Yeah.
I think that Arsenal are going to get top 4.
Don't play no psychology on me, bro.
I think
don't play no psychology. Don't play reverse psychology on me now. Don't get me gassed. I ain't getting gassed.
I think we'll beat you tomorrow, but then you're not going to lose to Newcastle. They're rubbish. You'll beat them, and you'll beat Everton at home. Newcastle had a little resurgence, but
hold on, something just hit me in my eye. Hold on, your nose. Let me just push it back.
All right then. Well, I said it today. You're going to get top 4, so there you go. Believe it or not, I don't care.
Okay. So you're saying that we will get top 4. Okay, I'm saying tomorrow, in terms of the result, I think we'll get a draw, and then based on that, I
don't think you think that at all. I think that you think you're going to lose, but you're hoping for a draw. There's a difference.
Stop reading my mind, brother. Stop reading my mind. I would listen. All I'm going to say, Arsenal just need to go there. Don't fear Tottenham. Don't sit back. Don't go there to play for a draw. Go there to win. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Just go there and try and win. If we do that, then top 4 is secured.
If teams done that every game, they would win more games. But teams think that they can play for a draw. You end up losing, man.
I mean, it's a mentality thing, right? At the end of the day, and it's whether our young players, are going to have the mentality to go into that game. What I would say though is that, you know, Tottenham, I think personally speaking, obviously you're going to disagree with me, Chile. I do think that Tottenham are the ones that need to win this game. So the pressure will be on Tottenham to win that game. They cannot afford to draw or lose. Yeah, it's just they win. Whereas us, we could win or draw. And yes, if we lose the game, it just means now that the last 2 games for us will be pressure. Can we do it? I don't know. But as it stands, I'm going to go slightly with Arsenal to get the top 4. But listen, I'm not looking forward to if the results don't go the way I want them to go. You know, I might be disappearing into some black hole or something. You know what I mean?
If you mess it up from here, you're the season's biggest bottlers.
Well, this is it. Craig has said, if Pep doesn't win the Champions League next season, do you think he should be sacked?
No.
Okay, why is that?
Because he's winning Premier Leagues.
Okay.
Simple, simple, isn't it?
So
if he's winning the Premier League and year by year talking back Man United,
and I suppose if he
not going to fire him.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, when you had some Man City fans calling him out, you know, last week after they lost against Real Madrid, you know, 3 minutes of madness. Benzema gets the penalty, doesn't do a Panenka this time, puts it into the left-hand corner, I think it was, and they go through to meet Liverpool in the finals.
But this is the thing as well. It's almost like teams are writing off Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid, you know. I mean, they've won it 8 times or something like that. 7,
I think they're
times?
The record holders of winning it.
So it's either 7, 8, or 9 times, and yet people was writing them off. You're like, nah, you just can't. They know how to play in Europe, and so as much as Man City,
they're like Liverpool, man. Like you say, they know how to
play in Europe. Yeah. So there was no way. I think I said it last week that if they can't contain Benzema, then they're going to come unstuck. So said, so done. So said, so done. So
I hope this. I hope this ain't true.
What's that?
Chile.
What's that?
Fans are going to attack the Arsenal bus tomorrow.
No,
I hope not.
Maybe some plebs will, but it won't be the fans.
Well, let's hope not. You know what I mean?
It's just hooligans that do that. It's not the real fans that do that for you. Yeah, the hooligans just turn up and do that and put on a Tottenham shirt, making out they're true fans. They're not.
Okay. Jay says Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham.
Yeah, where's Chelsea, Jay? Where's Chelsea?
She's saying she's basically saying. He's
saying that Liverpool are going to win the league and Chelsea are going to finish 5th.
Yeah, Chelsea are going to drop out. Chelsea are going to drop out according to Jay. Obviously, that's probably why David dropped out. But he's got to eat his dinner and get his washing done and do what he needs to do. So that's Jay's prediction. Arsenal. Well, I hope so. We'll pepper Spurs tomorrow. Guaranteed top 4.
Top 4. 3-0.
Junior going for a 3-0 win. Mate, your dreams, brother. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. So, listen, we did say about, I don't know if we did speak about Fat Frank. Now, listen, Guy is doing well. Listen, to go and get that win away to Leicester, 2-1.
Did you say the guy's doing well?
Well, he's getting them out of a hole right now because listen, they were last
Who
week.
put them in the hole?
Exactly.
Well, but listen, listen, these guys are playing through. Don't you think they're playing through?
Change your fortunes, man. Change your fortunes.
Are they playing tonight, Norman? Are they playing tonight?
Tonight they're playing, I think.
I think they play tomorrow.
Are they? Because on the app,
who've they got? Who've they got?
I'm going to look now because. Oh no, they're playing now. They're away to Watford.
Oh, they should beat Watford then.
Away to Watford.
0-0 at the moment.
Yeah, Watford are down, and they've just picked up their 12th manager in 4 years. Can you believe it, guys? Yeah. They got some new manager from Forest Green.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he's got there. Roy Hodgson will be stepping down from that, but yeah, they've got rid of so many managers. It's unreal. But I think Everton will beat Watford. They're down.
So this Everton game will be game 35 for them. I think.
If they win tonight, I think they're pretty much safe.
Yeah. If they win tonight,
especially with Leeds losing.
And with Leeds losing. So that will make it kind of make it a little bit easier for us with our last game at home to them. You know what I mean? So they'll probably be on the beach hopefully by then.
Yeah, they'll be on 38 points, Norman, with the game in hand still.
Right. So they're currently what's the
if they win tonight?
Okay, so if they win tonight, they'll be on 38 points.
38 points with the game in hand.
Right.
And what are Leeds on if they lose?
Well, Leeds are on now. What are now?
Leeds have played 36 and 35 points. Same points as them, but 2 games more they played. So Leeds are in the mud. Well,
they're in the mud. They're in the mud.
Leeds are Burnley.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Squeaky bum time for these guys. Frank is doing really well. And based on the fact that Leeds and Burnley are dropped off because Burnley lost at home.
And Leeds has the worst goal difference.
Who did Burnley lose to the other day? At home too. It was a side that they should have. I think it was a side that they should have won.
Yeah. Oh, they lost to they beat Watford 2-1.
The last game. No, they lost 3-1 to Aston Villa.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, they lost 3-1, so they dropped points at home.
Yes, yeah. At home, yeah, where they should have handled that, really.
Yeah, so that's why they've ended up now looking like they're going to be fighting it out.
In the relegation zone, yeah.
So how many points are Burnley on at the moment, and how 34. Many games have they got left?
3 games left, Burnley.
Yeah,
and they're on 34 points.
Right. So I think Burnley. Burnley will be the ones.
Burnley have the better goal difference, though, Norman.
Yeah.
So
I think the way I look at that.
Yeah.
The way I look at that, it looks like Leeds have got a red card as well, another red card.
Have they?
Already?
Wow. It's all over. Their disciplinary is unreal. I think they've got the most yellow cards in the league. Something like 94.
Boy.
Yeah. I don't know who got sent off in that game. But if anybody could tell us, put it in the chat and let us know. But yeah, Burnley, I think will probably listen. If with Leeds losing tonight, I obviously Burnley after Tottenham play us, that's Tottenham's next game. Now, will Burnley take their foot off the gas? I think they still got to keep going. They're going to be away to Tottenham. Maybe even go there and sneak a draw. That would help us out. So come on, Burnley, go to Tottenham, get a draw. If you can get a win, then even better. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I have to go on them ways still, you know? I've got to go on them ways.
Norms, just do your job. Don't rely on other teams.
Listen, tomorrow is massive. As I say, we need to go there without fear and let's see what happens. You know what I mean? But not going to lie, when you got the likes of Kulusevski, when you got the likes of Son, when you got the likes of Harry Kane, you know, we've got to keep Harry Kane quiet and with Granit Xhaka.
That's what Liverpool done really well.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do.
But then Ben Davies had Salah in his pocket all afternoon.
Right, and your Romero played really well.
Yeah,
absolute beast of a defender.
Yeah,
I told you all that. But do you think,
guys, Daniel James got a red card, mate?
Who was it?
Daniel James.
Oh, there you go. Was it? I'm assuming it was a straight red.
Yeah, straight red. No, straight red.
This indiscipline in that side, unbelievable. That's Leeds' doom now. That's Leeds' doom.
That hurts them badly. That does, doesn't it?
That's
24 minutes in. Come on, man.
So, talking about red cards, in the game tomorrow, guys. Do you think there'll be a red card in the game tomorrow?
No.
These
players don't play them sorts of.
They don't play them games, did it? You know,
you don't see them.
You know the games. You know them feisty games back then. They don't play
back in the day. You could say, there's a good chance. Now,
I think if Granit Xhaka just needs to keep his, keep his composure about him. He's quite hot-headed, so he just needs to just settle down and just behave himself. But Romero is quite hot-headed as well, and he does love to go in hard. Not gonna lie, So
but he gets the ball more time than not.
Yeah. Fair enough. But hopefully tomorrow you will miss the ball, take out the man in the penalty area. We get a penalty, 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Don't beg it. Don't beg it.
I think at most there'll be a couple of yellows, little face-offs, but nothing
too serious. Yeah. Nothing too serious. Brentford beating Southampton 3-0. The fans were mad at Southampton, at the manager. The fans were going at him after that game. Brentford, going to be in the Premier League for another season.
Yeah. Norman, talking to Brentford, would you take Ivan Toney? Because apparently he wants out.
You're going to sound snobbish again. Listen. You know what? How many goals has he scored in the Premier League? How many goals has he got?
I think he's on 11.
Okay. Listen, the guy, he's got good hold-up play. He's got good hold-up play.
Hasn't he scored a lot of penalties though?
Well, not this season, I think he scored about 3 or 4 penalties.
Okay.
I know. Like when he was like playing in the Championship, he scored a lot of penalties. But do you know what? I don't know.
I think you guys.
If we get into Champions League, for us to move to the next level, I think we've got to go for a top level striker. Ivan Toney scored. I'm not saying he's not good.
Give Origi a chance. Origi.
I'd have him on the side. I'd have him as an option to coming off the bench. Starting again, it just all depends. I mean, he's better than Lacazette. He's better than Nketiah.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be a bench player anymore.
I know that, and that's the problem.
Yeah, he scored 12, Norm. He scored 12.
Scored 12. And how many out of that? How many? If you're able to give me the stats on how many penalties, I think he's got about 3 or 4 penalties this season. I think in one game he got 2 penalties in one game. If my memory serves me right. So listen, if he was if say him and Jesus up front, because he's hold up play is brilliant. So I don't know. I mean, it's about us moving to the next level, and I don't know whether Ivan Toney will get us to the next level. He will get us to the next level.
I'm looking at this. Say 81 shots this season, 29 on target, 52 off target. So he's not prolific. 81
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
And a 12 return is not the best, is it? Yeah.
But listen, maybe if he's playing in a better side, I know Eriksen. I mean, listen, he really has. I mean, I've got to take that out to Eriksen.
I want him on a free, Norman.
I'll take him on a free. I
know I'll take him on a free.
I want him on a free. Yeah.
If we went to Tottenham, mate,
Norman's froze. I know. Come back.
That's man. That Arsenal internet connection. Don't even worry about him.
No,
right, let's continue.
It's on that McDonald's Wi-Fi. Let's go, Nob. Come back, Nobs.
Oh, yeah, I am. I don't know what happened there. I just dropped out.
You was frozen on the screen there, bro.
Frozen out of the top 4, mate.
What's that?
Literally, you was frozen
out of the top 4.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know what happened there, mate. I was just talking, and then all of a sudden, boy. Listen, what was I saying now? I just lost my train of thought.
That Tottenham are the greatest team in London. So.
We'll talk about.
We're talking about Eriksen
on a free.
Yeah, man. McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, so I'm not Mackie D's boy. Yeah, no, for me, he's definitely worth a shout. Any Norm. Eriksen on the free, definitely worth.
Yeah, definitely.
If he wants to stay in the Premier League. So.
But I think what I was saying, just with regards to Eriksen, because Kane is playing in that deep role.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be there if we had Eriksen.
Would he come back to you guys?
He's playing there purely because we haven't got an Eriksen. If we had an Eriksen, he would be playing.
What I'm saying to you, would you think he would come back based on? Did he leave on good terms, or was it? He did leave.
He
on
asked
good terms.
to leave, and we let him leave.
Okay. So I know he had a little run-in with Mourinho, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. So there was that, and I think in the end he decided. I don't know if it was contract situation or what. I don't know with the club. So that's why he ended up going to Inter Milan.
How old is Eriksen?
He
Ericsson
wanted to leave, and we said that if we get 20 mil, we'll
Ericsson is about
go.
28, 29, Ericsson?
Yeah, I'm just on his profile now. Let me see.
Yeah. I think he's about 28, 29.
He's 30, mate.
He's 30?
Yeah, February 14th, 1992, he's born.
Wow.
Yeah.
92 was 30 years ago, man. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, we really touched on it. Brighton 4, Man United 0.
Yeah. Absolute disgrace. That's all I can say. Because this is what I don't like, right? They're behaving like they're not getting paid to play football. And for me, that's unacceptable. In any sport that you turn up, you put on a kit, and you just stroll around and feel sorry for yourself while people travel down. Guys, they travel down. Apparently, a lot of fans came to that. And you look at it and go, you just come out and decided to stick 2 fingers up at your traveling fans and put on a display like that.
I heard Varane had a terrible game. Lindelof.
Yeah. Even Bruno's been poor this season, you know.
Yeah, they're calling him Menandez. Oh, he's got a nickname called Menandez now. Not Fernandez, that's Monandez. That's what I'm hearing now. That's
moaning about everything. And he's had the captain's arm. The thing is, he's wanted the captain's armband all season. And he's got it and he's playing like trash. It's like unbelievable, guy.
Yeah, he's not a captain. He's not a captain.
He's not. No, you're right. You're right, Kofi. He's not. It's horrible to watch right now. And I think I said to you guys weeks ago, when nobody came in for him in that transfer window, I was concerned. Nobody came in for him, and we bought him.
Yeah.
Like anyone that's worth like Tottenham want him, Liverpool want him, Man City want him. Nobody came in for this guy because they all watched him. And they said he gives the ball away too much. So what do? Go and buy him. And then now extend his contract with 3 years left. We extended him up to 260 a week. Are you kidding me?
260.
260 a week. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Kofi.
That's why he's saying, all go to Man United, you all get paid good.
Yeah. But that's why players like Salah are demanding what they're demanding.
If Mane was getting even a snippet more than that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mane's on about what 110?
110.
No way.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Before the new manager comes in, with 3 years left on a contract, we extend it and give him 260 a week. I mean, in what world do we do business like that? It's mad. It really is.
If I was Mane, I'd leave Liverpool, man.
Well, we talk about
110 a week.
He's
that's shocking, Kofi.
He's only asking for like.
But then our top earners are Harry Kane and Tanguy Ndombele, and they're both on 200.
Yeah.
Is he on loan? Did he get bought?
No, he's on loan to Lyon.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think he will come back, or do you think that you'll sell him?
No, he's going to come back because Lyon aren't going to buy him.
Right. So the likelihood is that he's going to be a part of Klopp Conte's.
No, we'll sell him.
Oh, right. Okay.
Not to Lyon, but unless he just wants to sit down and collect his paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah, but even the players on loan, right? Even your Van der Beek and your
Martial, he's not getting no game time.
That man's on P's, you know.
I know. Yeah,
they're on loan on P's, and Mane's on 110 a week. In what world? I take Mane in a heartbeat, bro. Yeah. I take Mane in a heartbeat at Old Trafford.
Man, just probably wants another 100 grand.
Yeah. Unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
Yeah,
you got Sancho. Is Sancho injured?
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah.
What's Sancho on?
He's on about 200.
About 200. Because
unbelievable.
Yeah, and the reason why he's on that money because we chased him for 2 years. Yeah. So his agents were like, "Listen, they want you. This is the price." It's not like, "Oh, we just stumbled on him. We chased him for 2 years." So the P's are good. That's what I'm saying. When you earn that sort of money and there's no pressure on you to win, then that's what you see on a Saturday, 4-0 against Brighton. And we were running jokes saying that Brighton was already on the beach on their Pebble Beach weeks ago. And they still done us like a kipper. You know what I mean?
4-0, you know. And if you think about how many 4 goals that have been put past you this season, we're talking about Man U, the biggest club in one of the biggest clubs in the world.
We are the biggest commercial club in the world, that's for sure. No doubt in my mind.
I keep saying unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just Yeah, well.
Man City 5, Newcastle 0. They resume their position in the league.
Yeah.
We saw that, Craig.
Yeah.
5-0. Kofi was probably hoping for Newcastle to possibly do something, but
well, not really, because obviously City would have been wounded by the Champions League, and I don't think for the pride that they have, they would want to go to Newcastle and be losing again. So obviously I expected them just to pick up 3 points.
Yeah. I mean, they matched your goal scoring record in terms of getting 87 goals. I think obviously now that you guys have scored 2 yesterday, so you've scored 89 goals. But your goal difference now, they've passed you in the goal difference now. I think you're plus 64 and they're plus 68. I might be wrong, but it's thereabouts.
Yeah. Plus 68 Man City, plus 65 Liverpool.
Okay, so this could probably come down to goal difference.
And City with a game in hand today that they're playing.
And City,
now.
obviously,
playing now. Yeah.
I mean, what's the score with that? Is that still 0-0?
Yeah,
that hasn't started.
No.
Oh, it hasn't started.
Starting now, isn't it? Yeah.
Starting now. Okay.
8:15.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is with City, they're always likely to get 4 or 5 nils at home. That's been their standard for seasons now. So I kind of expected that to be, and obviously Newcastle have done enough to stay in the league. So you can't expect any more than that. I was even talking to one of my friends, and we were just predicting what the score would be, and I said 4, he said 5.
There you go. Obviously, yesterday you guys won 2-1, so level on points, but obviously goal difference. But tonight depends on what,
and the game in hand,
and the game in hand. As I said, Kofi feels that it will be Man City the one that will. No, he didn't actually. He said Liverpool will be the ones that will do it. He's going to back his team. He's not going to. He's going to back his team. I want to say congratulations to Rangers making it into the Europa League final.
Well done.
Playing against Frankfurt, who beat who did they beat? Frankfurt beat West Ham. Again, silly red card. And obviously that ended West Ham's hopes of making it to a Europa League final. I mean, listen.
Did you see Moyes' interview?
Say that again?
Did you see Moyes' interview? He was asking about the other scores because obviously he didn't see. And then he was saying, what Rangers won? He went, wow. He went, fair play, because he's a Scottish man, isn't he? It's like, fair play to Rangers, man. He was, and Leipzig was in the team, right? Leipzig?
Yeah.
They liked it that
right.
one. Yeah. He was just like, wow, Rangers won. He couldn't believe it.
3-1. Yeah. And Leipzig are a good footballing side, but Rangers, listen, I think this is one of their first finals in 50 plus years.
Wow.
So big up to them. And listen, if they go on and win that, I don't know how it works with the coefficient and stuff like that in terms of, because the way their league is set up, that even if first and second, if they win their league, depending on which way it is, they still have to go and play a qualifying game. If say Rangers does win the game, do they go straight in at Champions League, or do they have to play a qualifying game? Because that would be wrong.
No. If they win the Europa, they're in. They're in.
They're in. I'm just saying, because of the way their league is set up, if you come first or second, they end up playing qualifying games.
Qualifying run, yeah.
So I'll just
So what would happen is that, in theory, that Celtic or whatever would play qualifier, and maybe the team in third. I don't know if they get an extra team for them winning it.
Yeah,
because they go directly in it.
Yeah, so I mean that Van Bronckhorst guy doing really well with Rangers, ex-Arsenal players, so we've got some connections there. So come on, Rangers, go out there, make us proud, and come back. You know what I mean? Something that Arsenal couldn't do. We can't win a European Cup right now. So wow, it is what it is. Craig's got a question for us. He goes, question, with Ireland going to Man City, is the Premier League wrapped up for next season?
Yeah.
No, it's not. And I'll tell you why, because we've just signed a 17-year-old Ray Keane. And Ray Keane going to take him out for us, isn't he? What a coincidence that is. Roy Keane's son signs the same day.
You've got one good poker face. I nearly believed you there, D.
No, it makes it more difficult to challenge City again. If Liverpool don't get a decent striker, and if they let go of Mane and Salah, then
that's a problem, isn't it? That's a problem.
Yeah, that is a big problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah, both of them can't go in that window, Kofi.
I don't think Liverpool. I don't think the owners would be stupid to let both of them go like that.
How long Salah got left?
Till next season.
Oh, they're both in their last year.
Yeah.
I
think Mane's got until 24, and then Salah is ending in 2023.
So that means in January you can talk to people.
Yeah. It's going to be
in it.
It's going to be testing.
Do you think? I mean, obviously, with the transfer window coming up, guys, do you think is there going to be a lot of money spent?
Oh, filth!
What's happening? They've scored another goal.
No, Leeds chopping down. Phillips chopped down.
Oh boy,
Leeds
not going well. It's not going too good for them, bros. It's not going too good for them. Yeah. With the summer transfer window coming up, guys, is there going to be a lot of business being done? Are we going to see one of the biggest transfer windows this summer? What are your thoughts on that?
For me, I think if Liverpool win the Champions League, if they're going to win the league, then maybe they will spend a bit more. But they're not that type of club to be spending enormous amounts on players these days. So I don't know whether they'll probably get one or two. Maybe we still need a decent midfielder because Fabinho.
You're linked with a what's that player? I think Man United you're both linked with him. So I can't say his name.
Is it from Leipzig?
Yeah. But I think it looks like Liverpool are the favourites to get him.
Because they probably want something in football.
I think since Wijnaldum's left, we've looked a little bit ordinary midfield. We've looked laboured. Fabinho has been off in some games. Henderson looks slower. And
interesting question. Fabinho went off possibly with an hamstring injury. Will that affect your chance? It's not that serious.
I think he'll be ready. I think he'll be ready for the final. If not, it'd be difficult.
Would you chance him in the FA Cup final this Saturday?
Well, if we're gonna try and win the FA Cup final and put David, zip it up a bit, he's got to probably play because otherwise Chelsea run riot.
Okay, so Fabinho's he's key guy, but I mean, listen, he walked off, but little bit gingerly. Yeah, but
it's like with your defenders. He's been rotating. Is it Konate and Matip?
And Matip,
I actually don't get that because I think that title winning teams really try and mess with that back four unless they get
keep it consistent. Keep it consistent
because they're not doing the running of the midfield and the forward. So I was shocked that he kept rotating them because I feel like Matic is a better fit for Van Dijk. That's just me as a neutral.
But then the thing is, Matic has played a lot more in the Premier League than as opposed to the Champions League games.
Yeah.
So when
you think about it, Liverpool have played an awful lot of games. They have played an awful lot of games. What's Craig saying? Chile, if Spurs don't get top four, will Conte be there next season? That's a good question. That's a good question, mate. What's your thoughts on that, Chile?
I think that if they back him, he will be. But if not, then I think he'll bounce.
Right. So if finish fifth,
because he is one to call out he's one to call out the board.
Yeah, he will call him out. He will call him out. He will call him out.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I wanted him because I wanted to call out the board.
So it's really more about the ball backing him.
If they back him and bring in 2 or 3 that he wants.
Yeah, and I think under Conte, I think you would stand a better chance of winning the Europa League, because of the caliber of manager that you've got, of manager that you've got. But yeah, it's really about whether the board is going to back him, or they're going to say, well, because we didn't get the Champions League money, then we can't spend, because I think it's Bentancur. You've got him on loan, haven't you? Or is it Kuleveski? I can't remember which one.
Kuleveski.
You've got Kuleveski on loan.
And Romario.
Romero. Wow. And Romero is going to cost around about what?
45.
Is that agreed?
Yeah.
Right, I was going to say, because
that's why I laugh at the fact that you paid 50 mil for Ben White. That's why.
Yeah, that's a Mazzolini's boy. But you know what? I can't even talk though. No, but I can't even talk, mate. 90 million for the fridge, boy. 90 million. I mean, talk about getting tucked up.
I thought he was 75. No, that was Van Dijk was 75.
Yeah, Van Dijk was 75.
Yeah, and 90 mil for the fridge.
90 mil was Maguire.
Yeah, and they're talking. Ten Hag's already stripped him of the armband, apparently.
If he was 90 mil, what are they paying him?
That's what I'm saying. He's on 240 a week or something like that. I mean, the disrespect is unbelievable, mate.
How are you going to get rid of him?
This is the problem.
That's the problem.
It's easier said than done, as you
say. If you get rid of him, you got to pay off his wages.
Yeah,
why you play for someone else?
Yeah, I mean. Bringing in. Well, I was to say, bringing in Ten Hag, that's all good.
We are
good, brilliant manager and everything. But the problem is that you've got a lot of players on an awful lot of wages.
But listen, earlier I was listening. The 5 or 6 players that are going to go by natural courses saves us something like 56 mil in wages for the season. That's insane, you know.
I mean, crazy.
56
for the season,
and that's the players who they've let their contracts run down.
So if you go Matic, Mata, Pogba, Phil Jones, Eric Bailly, and then someone else, Jesse Lingard, you're going to save 56 million in wages.
But then in today's money, that's just one player.
No, in wages though. I'm not talking about the buyer player. Yeah, in the yearly wage. Forget about what we buy. That's why I would take Eriksen on a free, and pull some of the young players in, because he's only going to get the maximum 2 to 3 players in. Because I reckon the transfer budget's only going to be 200 mil. I say only 200 mil, like it's monopoly money. It's a lot of money, but they're only going to give him apparently only 200 mil for that first window. So he's got to make some stuff work. Because
so with you get 200 mil,
yeah, and the players coming back.
Right.
As in your Van der Beek, Martial, Pelestri, and some other players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and a lot of the players that are going, they're obviously going to go either on a free because they run their contracts
free transfers. Yeah, there's no money. There's no money to make off them, just the savings of the wages.
Wow.
So it's kind of.
Well, how much do you reckon you get for Lingard? Or is he going on free?
He's going on free, yeah.
Oh, he's got yes. What am I talking about?
Yeah, he's going on free when we could have sold him in January to Newcastle, and they blocked it.
You're busy. I think you're worse than Arsenal when it comes to doing business, mate.
We are Norm. We are worse than you.
Seriously,
honestly. Sell the man. You have to remember, he kept him and he ain't played him. Now, apparently, remember, Ralph said he could go, and the board blocked it. So we could have got what 20-odd million for him in January.
Yeah,
to go to Newcastle, and they blocked it. And now he's played what, a couple of sub appearances since January.
Well, what we got out for D is that with the new regime coming in, obviously you've got a lot of guys getting sacked as well. A couple of some I think
some scouts
scouts and somebody had some. What was it?
Yeah, they probably sacked the tea lady as well. The poor love didn't do anything. Just got fired. You know what I mean? Unbelievable, man.
But I mean, in terms of changing the culture.
Oh, 1-0.
1-0 to who?
KDB.
Get in there.
Man like KDB, you know.
The quad is about to go. Hey, I'll tell you what, though, Cove, to make up for it, I'm going to buy a quad bike.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
This guy, listen, you're not getting top 4. Trust me.
Big D, how many players will United get rid of in the summer? I think you said it again, but if you just want to enlighten us quickly, how many players are you going to get rid of in the summer?
It should be 6 by natural causes. After that, anyone that's still on a contract, their wages, we're going to struggle because of their wages. So, I'm saying maybe 7 out the door. And that's no effort in doing that. You just don't offer them a new contract, then they're gone. Because
so 7. Okay, so 7 go out. Obviously, you've got 2 or 3 or 4 players coming back.
Yeah. And I think we'll bring in 2 or 3 maximum.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not sort of slighting you or anything, because obviously you're gonna have Conference League,
and exactly. So you're not gonna attract who you hope you're gonna attract. You're gonna attract players that will come to play for Ten Hag because they don't mind being part of a rebuild.
Yeah,
and even winning that conference thing, the players that will want to just win that because.
Well, listen. If Jose Mourinho wins the Conference League, obviously Roma,
right? Yeah,
he would have won all the European Cups.
And he was crying, man was balling to get to the final.
Man was balling after that game, after beating Leicester. I really do think he's gonna end up winning that Conference League.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat Leicester,
and it's another trophy under his hat. And obviously they interviewed him in the week. He was wishing Man United well. He could be taking a slight at them. I don't know. Because obviously, the way they let him go, and I think it was the same with Tottenham as well.
Yeah.
Man got brushed as well. So.
Yeah, but even though he got brushed from us, he got brushed for 24 mil. That's a nice brush. I'll take that brush.
How much did Tottenham brush him for?
You earn a lot. 8 mil or something.
8 mil.
Well, 8 mil. I could do with that. I could do with that. 8 mil.
You can't say 8 mil ain't a lot, bro.
I'm talking football terms.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
I mean, Chilly, if we went to our company and said, "Yo, just sack me, man. Just give me 50 mil."
Give me 200. Give me a mil and I'll go.
Give me a mil, man. Give me 200 G's and I'll go.
Right? Yeah. It really is mad, isn't it? It really is mad that we can actually talk about 8 million like it's pocket change. There was in the football world. It's like, he only got 8 mil. You're like, what?
Off topic thoughts. Yeah. Off topic thoughts on Cancelo lost to Beaver. I didn't see the fight. Did anybody see the fight?
No, I didn't see it.
I watched highlights. Yeah, I mean, Canelo was a little bit off, to be honest. He allowed.
I thought he would have. I thought he would have won the fight. I was quite shocked when I heard that he lost. But I didn't. To be honest, I didn't follow it. So yeah, I didn't follow it. So
yeah,
I mean, Bivol did do more than enough in the fight to win it. So to be honest,
yeah. Well, listen, there's one big fight tomorrow, and that's the North London Derby. Both me and Chilly will have our boxing gloves on. I'll be wearing my red and white, whereas Chilly be wearing his white gloves. Hopefully, we will be the ones that will be spilling the blood. You know what I'm saying? Massive North London Derby. But listen,
it's a huge game.
Yeah, tomorrow, me and Chilly, we work colleagues during the day, but come the evening, enemies.
You're never my enemy. I don't have enemies.
That'll be our joy. You know we're joking. The fight I want to see is Crawford v Spencer Jr. Yeah, that'd be a good fight.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. I need to start getting back and watching boxing, man. I'm not gonna lie, I don't follow it as much as I.
Good. 1-1.
Really?
Yeah, Wolves just scored. Then
come on,
no,
come on, City. Come on, City.
Come on,
what are you
guys.
doing? Okay, that means that at the moment, currently, Man City are 1 point ahead of Liverpool.
Yeah,
it's not going to stay. Look, listen, it's not going to stay that way. So,
how long into the game are we now?
11 minutes.
Can't even find it.
Yeah, man, that's going to be a 3-1 thing.
Is this a game in hand? It's a game in hand for Man City, isn't it? Because I can't find it on the app for some reason. It's not showing me on the app.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we've come to the last and penultimate bit, and you know we're going to go there, and that is the Premier League form table. That's what we're going to end with.
Okay,
so, just guys, without looking at your phones and looking at anything, can you please tell me who is topping in the Premier League form table?
Who's topping it?
Yeah.
Right now, I think City.
Okay. What are you saying, D?
Yeah, City.
Chile?
Liverpool.
Okay. D and Klopp, you're right, on 16 points. Man City. Yeah. 1-5. Drawn 1. Liverpool, where are they?
Second.
Okay. And they're on 14 points. Who's sitting third?
Everton.
Nah.
Because I thought they went 3 on a bounce, no?
Brighton.
It's the last 5 games.
Oh, last 5. Right.
Big up to Chile. It is Brighton.
Brighton.
13 points, 1-4,
Brighton, you know?
drawn 1, lost 1.
Brighton on the beach, literally. And
Brighton on the beach, and with the help from Manu.
That keeps on giving, man. We are Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus.
All season long.
All right. Who's in fourth?
I think Arsenal will be there.
Arsenal, maybe.
Nope.
Tottenham.
Nope.
Brentford.
How do you know? You're looking. Listen, I bet you looked at the full table before you go.
I didn't have a look, man. If I had a look, how would I get Liverpool wrong?
I'll tell you what has happened. He's got somebody with a placard going like this. Right, you're right. Brentford with 13 points, 1-4, drawn 1, lost 1. Okay, and who's in fifth?
Arsenal.
Yep.
Arsenal.
12 points, 1-4, drawn nothing, lost 2. And if we go down to 7th, it's Tottenham. 1-3, drawn 2, lost 1. And then we go all the way
17th.
all the way
17th.
15th.
Absolutely.
This makes horrible reading, D. Let me just read this to you.
Go on.
1-2, drawn 1, lost 3.
Yeah, man.
Fair pre-sessions for Mr. D.
Bottlers, mate. Bottle jobs FE.
Folded club.
Well, listen, guys, we've gone on. I did try to say I was going to try and keep it short and sweet, but obviously, man stayed with us in the chat. Thanks. Big up to Craig.
Yes, Craig.
Big up to everybody that's watching right now. And stayed with us. Big up to Ian, to Junior, to Jay, to Geezer, Tom, Ian, who else? Gunner, Dad, Trouble. Big up to all of you. Thank you for taking part in the chat. And tomorrow is the big one. North London Derby.
Mess
Hopefully,
about.
one of us will be smiling and one of us will be in the mud. But come on. And come on, City. I don't know whether City have just scored because
no, they ain't.
Okay, because Mr. Sentiments has just come to the party a little bit late, but bro, welcome to the show. I think City and Wolves are drawing 1-1.
1-1.
Only 12, 13 minutes into the game, but we need to do it. Big up to all of us. See you saying big up to you all, guys.
Yes,
come on, you Gunners. Come on tomorrow. Let's do this, Craig. Got to do this, man. I don't want to be coming tomorrow or next week, bro. I can't be facing Chile next. Well, listen, I probably could face Chile next week. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? We got to come with our chest. If we win, lose, draw, we still got to come on the show.
Man City have just scored 2-1. Boom.
Come on, City. Come on, City.
He's like relentless, you know.
Come on, City. Come on, Kofi.
De Bruyne again.
KDB is a bad man, He's a bad man, you know.
Bad boy.
But that's what I was saying to Norman because he was saying something about Pogba going there, and I said, "What? Replace KDB? Are you mad?"
No, I didn't say he was going to. I didn't say he's going to replace him. No way could he replace him.
Yeah, man.
KDB a bad boy. I don't know why Mourinho thought that this guy wasn't going to make it in football.
Yeah, I'm about to say that Mourinho wrote him off, didn't he?
Yeah, same with Salah. Wrote off Salah.
Yeah, exactly.
Look what these boys are doing. Look what these boys are doing. Yes, man. Better late than never, bro. But listen, we are coming to a close.
Yeah.
Really want to thank everybody again for staying with us. You know what I mean? These marathon shows. But listen, you're stuck with us. And listen, next week is going to be another show. We'll be picking up the pieces, whether that's Arsenal saying top 4 is ours, or we go again. And listen, it probably will go. If we end up losing that game, it's obviously going to go down to the wire. And I know some people will say that if we do lose that game, that there's a chance that Tottenham will end up getting into the top 4. Hope not. Hope you're all wrong, and that the Arsenal will do the business tomorrow. Nketiah to get 2 goals, followed by 2 goals from Son. That's why we're going for the Desmond 2-2. Yeah, he predicts a riot tomorrow. Well, boy, listen, we don't want to be seeing any red cards. We don't want to be seeing any coaches smashed up or anything like that. Hopefully, everybody will get there safe and come home safe. Yeah, you know, it's going to be manic. It's going to be crazy. You know, the North London derbies, you know, they're massive. So let's hope that Arsenal, the red and white of North London, stays red and we come out worthy winners. But listen, guys, thank you for everybody. Please hit the like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And we will see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care.
All right, see you guys.